Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to episode 23 of our Infitech 2 modded Minecraft Let's Play series. If you recall last episode, we were working through, the quest book a bit more and getting into tech and everything. And at the end of the episode, I did say that I was going to rewire the machines, move them around and stuff. I'm sorry, I've actually been kind of bad. I did not get that done. But I've been doing something else, and we're about to jump down there, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different this episode. So, a couple notes before we get going. First off, you'll probably notice I did not include an intro. I think I'm going to stop doing the intro. I know some people aren't fond of intros in general, and I know it is kind of redundant over a series to play it every episode and everything. So I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Let me know, if you're like, oh, I really want the intro back or something. But that way we can go ahead and jump right into it. But what I've been working on is before we get going, another thing I wanted to mention is I did add DecoCraft to the pack. I know it's not naturally in the pack, but what I was working on, I had mentioned a few episodes back that I was planning on adding DecoCraft, and what I was working on all night, I actually haven't slept. What I was working on all night, after I got done with it, I was like, it's missing something, so I was like, I've got to add DecoCraft to the pack. I just have to now. What I've been working on, me and Real X.A.T.C were actually messaging back and forth on the last episode, and we started talking about doing the kitchen and everything, and how we'll be, I'll be starting the IC2 crops and stuff before long, and I kind of got like, I don't know, I guess really gung-ho about the idea of building out the kitchen right now. So I did start doing that, and that's where we're going to be working today, is going over some kitchen stuff. I did spend the entire night grinding clay and quartz and wood and and everything. And if you're on my Twitter, you may have seen a picture of the dining area. But this is where I've been working. And so I've just used the blue stained glass. It's actually chiseled, and then water in the back there. Now I'm not like, I like these tables for the design that we're going with, because I'm just using the coffee tables from MrCrayfish's furniture mod. However, the only downside is we can't put like tea sets and food plates and different things on the tables. So that aspect of it is kind of disappointing. So let me know what you think. Do you think we should use the full-size tables where we can actually put food items and stuff on it, or do you like these like more, it fits our style more with these tables, but I don't know, I'm torn between the two. Over here I did use the two heads that we've gotten so far to go ahead and stick statues. And if you don't know how to do that, by the way, the Headcrumbs mod, any human NPC type head that you get, you can just put two clay and then put the head on top of it, and it will make the statue. And you can kind of, depending on where you put the head at, it'll turn the statue to face you. So and then this is all actually great wood logs. I went and harvested a bunch of great wood logs. I'm not set on the steps yet, so I haven't put those in just yet. And this is more of the azure. I've been using a ton of lapis. So I'm glad we got that autoclave set up and everything. It's definitely helped. And if we step in here, I've just got a crafting table set up there right now, but this is the actual kitchen that I've got so far. You'll notice a combination of MrCrayfish's furniture mod and DecoCraft for the stuff. I've got like a little broom cabinet here, the broom there, the wine racks. Now, I was going to do the MrCrayfish's fridge. However, it's a bit expensive for me at the moment. The same with the stove. Or the oven, because the oven is 8 blocks of iron, a little bit expensive for me at the moment. And also the, let me find the fridge here, right here. The fridge is 7 blocks of iron. So I did not make those. I'm just using the DecoCraft fridge because it's a little bit cheaper. It doesn't have quite as much oh, what's the word I'm thinking of? Anyway, it's not quite as versatile because I can't freeze items with it like I can with the MrCrayfishes, but it looks good, and it does add some extra storage and stuff. And then these cabinets all have storage. These barrels actually have storage as well, and the barrels over here that aren't open have storage. And then I've already put the oven overhead because it's not quite so expensive, but we don't have the oven yet. So what's really nice about the MrCrayfish's oven is you can cook 9 items at once. It's really, really awesome. And then these are just oven walls from DecoCraft. They don't actually do anything. They're just for decoration. And then the fire alarm up here will, if the place happens to catch on fire, which I highly doubt it. I've made sure, you know, originally I was going to do fire back here, and then I was like, well, my whole house is wood and paper for the most part, so it'd go up in flames pretty quick. So I just put these ovens in here. I think it looks all right. And, you know, then I went ahead and built most everything out. We'll cover a few things here in just a minute. But I've tried to get most of the crafting done off camera, so we don't spend a lot of time crafting. These kitchen counters, I did put a water source below the Azure block down there. So if we just right click on these, they will fill up with water. So really, really nice feature. The bin, you can throw stuff in there and hit empty, and it'll, you know, chuck it out. The cookie jar, you can store cookies in. However, I don't have any cookies at the moment, so there's nothing in there. But let's go ahead and get into the more interesting things, I feel like. We'll sit down on our bar stool here, which you actually sit on, which is kind of cool. But let's go ahead and cover how to make toast. So, in this mod, oh, by the way, if you have, well, it says zombie brains. That's something with Sfax. I don't know why they do that. But if you have rotten flesh and you have a fridge, you can actually freeze that rotten flesh and get just flesh, and then you can cook it and eat it. You can cook it raw. I mean, you can eat it raw too. It basically just removes the poison effect on it, which is kind of nice. But anyway, you can take your bread and just throw it down on here and craft one of these knives from the furniture mod, which is just stick and a stone. And you can cut your bread up and get bread slices. And then if we come over here to the toaster, let's see. We can just right click this bread in and then shift, shift, oh, I think it's with an empty hand. Shift right click with an empty hand. It's going to pop your toast down, and if we give it just a second, there we go. Now we have toast. So toast does restore, if you notice, it restores a full hunger bar, and you do get 5 pieces for each piece of bread. So it's a good way to make your bread last longer. These plates right here, you can actually put food down on them for decoration and stuff, which is kind of nice. You know, we could throw bread down on this. We could throw our nasty looking stock down there, and so on. The microwave, which is also, I mean, it's a little bit more expensive than some of the stuff, but it's still not bad. If you do get into this mod, you will use a ton of quartz, an absolute ton of it, and a bit of cyan clay as well, just a heads up, especially for like the kitchen cabinets and stuff. But the microwave is really, really nice. It actually doesn't require any kind of power or fuel or anything, and you can just throw, you know, a potato in there, hit start. It's going to cook it fairly quickly. Now the only downside to this is it only cooks one item at a time, so you know, you're not going to be able to do like a full stack or whatever, but it is rather quick. So, and to not require power is actually very, very nice. I know originally I was planning on putting the X.A.T.C microwave in here. However, I really don't feel like it'll fit into the room, just because the room, the coloring and everything, and it's just a bit more sleek than I think the X.A.T.C machine would look in here. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think, but I think like this microwave, and once we get the oven in and things like that, I really don't feel like we need the microwave all that much, but I'm not sure. The next thing is this. I guess it's storming outside. The next thing is this blender. You can mix. There's a few different drinks that you can mix. Most of them are beyond our ability right now, but let's do one of these. Now be careful when you go to put your stuff in the the blender, because it will put the full stack in there, so you do want to separate it. But if we take 1 potato, 4 carrots, and then two pieces of pumpkin pie, so let's make that really quick. I did go out and get some eggs. We'll throw that in there, and then if we shift right click, it's going to blend it all up for us. And now you might be thinking we threw a bunch of food in there, but the nice thing about this blender is it does store 5 cups worth of drink, and I did forget to make a cup, so let's actually run over. Yeah, I don't have any glass on me. Let's just run over and grab the stuff really quick to make the cup. I still need to put up the door sensors, throughout the house and everything. Or the player sensors, I mean. Do we have enough? Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. And let's head on back. Okay. So we'll get our cup made. And then what we can do is we can just go over to the blender and right click, and it's going to fill the cup up. And the cup, we can drink it. And if you notice, it restored the 2 hunger that we were missing and gave us 3 saturation. And actually, if my hunger was down, it would fill up 3 hunger bars, and then give us the 3 saturation on top of that. And there are 5 servings in this, so you're talking 15 hunger and 15 saturation. So it does actually increase the effectiveness of your food. Now there is some better stuff. There is one in particular that does give you swiftness if you drink it, so that's actually kind of nice as well. But yeah, I think that's got that covered. Like I said, that's really the only thing that we're going to be able to make at the moment with that. Now, another thing that I want to cover from this mod is the stereo and the TV. Both are really neat blocks. So to make the stereo, it's kind of expensive. I have 1 diamond left after making this, but that's okay. We're going to make it anyway just because we want it. So you're going to need a couple note blocks, and oh, you know what? I forgot to get iron. Let me run over there and grab that. Okay. I figured we'd take a break from just doing the quest book and stuff like that and do, a little bit different of an episode today. So, alright, so we got the stereo. Let's just set it up right now for here. This stuff's not all set in stone or anything, but then you can just click the stereo, and it's just going to start playing different music. So if we're in here cooking, we can listen to, music and stuff. And it's just going to cycle through the Minecraft songs. In addition, I believe MrCrayfish did add some custom songs as well to the stereo. So, and we can shift right click to turn it off. And then if you just right click it, you'll switch between songs. So, and then the next block that I would really like to make is the television. So let's see, just like this, and we'll set this up right here. Yeah. And then we can just cycle through like different channels and stuff. Okay, I know in the update, or the upcoming, the 1.8 version, there's different, there's some different channels. I know there's like a little cooking channel with MrCrayfish and stuff. So I wasn't entirely sure which all channels this version had, but it looks like it's just those. But we can have that running and our music playing and everything. Now I do know that the TV in 1.8 is going to have visuals as well as sound. I've seen a video that he did of it, and it does have him talking and stuff throughout the episode that he's, you know, doing and stuff. Or through the episode of the show that he's watching. So, also, I wanted you guys' opinion. I did realize after I built this out, I'm gonna have a cellar. Oh, sorry, a cellar down below the kitchen area and stuff for drink distilling. Now, I did realize the forestry distilleries and stuff are disabled, but we can use the X.A.T.C ones. But we're gonna have a cellar down below, kind of decorated out like a wine cellar, and like beer keg storage and stuff, as well as like food and things. But I did realize that I didn't leave space for it within the kitchen. That's where I was originally planning on adding it. So let me know what you think. Like, I was thinking I could put an elevator block just from open blocks somewhere in here, and just, you know, have a elevator down, or we could always have like a door right here, and maybe one on the other side or something, that lead to a spiral staircase from DecoCraft that leads down to the cellar from there. So let me know what you think, because I really don't have space in the kitchen. I do like the way the kitchen turned out, personally. You guys might feel different, I don't know, but I do quite like it a bit. So, but yeah, let me know what you think and everything down in the comments. And with that said, I'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to get a couple things prepped, and we'll do a couple parts of the quest book today. Nothing too crazy, just to finish out the episode. Okay, welcome back. I'm actually recording this after the episode, because when I was reviewing the footage, I realized there's one block that I forgot to mention. Kind of important, and so we're going to cover that really, really quick, and then get back to the episode. So the dishwasher, I forgot to mention it. If you notice, you have a little GUI in here that has a slot for sword, shovel, pick, axe, hoe, and a bow. And then it's got this little bar here. What you can do is you can actually craft this soapy water by combining soap with water bucket. And soap is just bone meal, clay, and light blue dye. So let's make that really, really quick. That. Oh, that's right, it's a clay ball, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Easy enough to fix. Whoops, this. Okay, there we go. So we got our soap, and we'll just combine it here with our water bucket and get this soapy water. Now what we can do is we can open this up, pour our soapy water in there, and then we can take, say, this bow. Now it doesn't seem to work with the X.A.T.C tools, sadly, but your vanilla tools, and I'm not 100% sure about modded tools like steel axes and stuff like that. It's possible that they work as well. Then you can just hit start, and if you notice, it's going to start, these bubbles are going to be filling up, and if you notice, the durability is slowly being repaired on this. So you can throw this in here and let it run for a little while, and you'll get your tools back up to full durability. You know, even if they're enchanted or whatever, it still works. There's also this super soapy water, which you just combine the soapy water with 8 pieces of gold, and what that's going to do is that's actually going to run, it's going to make your durability go up quicker. So, you know, your stuff's going to get fixed a lot faster. So, and then you can just stop it at any time. I'm going to go ahead and stop it because I really don't care about this bow from a skeleton. But I wanted to quickly go over that block. There is also a washing machine right here that you can craft with just quartz, glass, and furnace. And this will do the same thing but for armor pieces. So, you know, your helmets, chests, legs, and boots, you can throw those in the washing machine with the soapy water or the super soapy water and get the durability back on those as well. So I just wanted to give you a quick update because I did forget to mention that during the video when I was going through that. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut camera, and I'll be back in just a second with, you know, we'll be doing a little bit of the quest book stuff. So, okay, welcome back. So I think we'll go ahead and just wrap up just a few of these quests that we have as we get ready to, I think, finish up this Age of Steel. So, the first one we might as well go ahead and knock out is the distillery. Do have everything for that, so let's see. And get that and our glass. And let's go ahead and get the, oh yeah, we can't shift click it in here. Glass. Alright. That. That. And you know what we don't have is 10 wires. Which I tell you what, it's not really too big of an issue. I believe it was the assembler, right? That we put the 10. No. Okay. Can't recall the machine that we put that into. Okay, it's a packager. Oh, we've already got something. There we go. Well, that simplifies things. Okay, so let's get that. There we go. There's our distillery. So with this, we can actually distill liquids and get new liquids out of it. Like I said, we might end up using one of these down in the cellar. So, let's see. Okay, they want us to make the brewery next. Pretty basic recipe, actually. Let's see. By the way, that shiny Gardevoir's head, I have 3 of those. If you notice, I had one set up down in the crafting area, or the kitchen dining room area. So, okay. So what? Just the electric pump on the top, and that's got the brewery. No. Oh, our 10 cables have to go on the sides. Oops. There we go. Okay. And there's the brewery. And this one, it's used to make potions and drinks, you know, alongside the fermenter and stuff. So then they want us to make this basic fermenter. We're going to need some more tin cables for that. Not too big of an issue. And we'll go ahead and start getting the recipe set up. So for this, which I know I looked at the fermenter before when I was setting up the cactus farm, because if I recall, the biogas, I believe one of them was you could use the fermenter, but I can't recall. I don't think it was the biogas itself. I think it was this fermenter from IC2 that you had to use the heat units to make it run. I believe that was the one I was thinking of. So we'll grab our 10 cables. And basically I'll get this stuff made, and then I will get the machines moved over for next episode. You know, like I said, I just spent a really long time crafting out that area and everything. So when I get these machines moved over, oh, that's still okay. Then I'll get these placed and everything. So then they want us to make the potion maker. Oh wow. Or make potions with it. Apple juice, lame brew, swiftness brew, and lubricant. So lubricant, let's take a look at that. Well, for some reason I can't click on them or open them up from the quest book. So let's take a quick look. Is it? No, it can't be that one. Well, I'm sure it can't be the Pneumaticraft one. Okay, here's a Greg Tech one. So we'll need seed oil with soapstone dust to get the lubricant. Apple juice, I'm betting, is... Okay, we're going to need this apple juice. Okay, it's apples with water. Water or distilled water. So, yeah, but we're going to have to get all this stuff together. I'm going to do that off camera because that's probably going to take a little while. Let's see, the other thing that I wanted to cover right now, the quest's actually really, really long, is, oh look, we got a new quest, to make explosives with compressed air cells. So we're going to have to get air and bottle it. Okay, if we just take an empty cell and compress it, we'll get compressed air. Okay, I don't have an empty cell on me. It doesn't look like. That's fine. What I was actually wanting to cover is the last of these covers here. So we've got the drain, the crafting table, and the muffler. The drain is going to collect water, and you can hook it onto a machine and gather water, like when it rains and stuff. The crafting table is going to add a crafting table to your machine, and then the muffler is going to muffle out the sound of it. However, it does say that with the muffler you're not going to hear the warnings when it starts to run out of power. So that is something to keep in mind. I figure, you know, once we set up the factory area, we may end up, you know, using some of these. So that's got the muffler. The crafting table is just a crafting table, and then I believe the drain is just bars. Yes. So, see, I'm all out of iron bars, aren't I? Yes. Okay, so to get those wrench, okay, and run on down here, grab a little bit of iron, and let me check. Actually, I know, I can't recall, like I said, I'm running low on sleep, but what machine is it that can make these iron rods? The lathe. Cutting saw, the extruder, okay. In the rod shape. Okay. Do we already have that set up? No. Oh yeah, that was one thing I was going to set up off camera. Well, let's go ahead and... Actually, I don't need that. I need the file. We'll just go ahead and make them the manual way for right now. I'm not too worried about the iron, honestly. If it was steel or something, I would be a little bit more concerned. Where's my screwdriver at? Is it... Okay. Right here. And... No, is it not that? It's the wrench, isn't it? Oh. Well, actually, I need to do that. There we go. There we go. This one should be done. There's our muffler upgrade. So we'll go ahead and throw that in there and start getting the crafting upgrade. And while we're waiting, let's go ahead and craft up one of these compressed air cells. So to make these, what was it? The metal bender, circuit configuration 12 with 10 plates. Okay, let me go grab some tin. Alright. Throw that in the bending machine. And there's that. It's 2 of each for the drain, so. And then our configuration 12 is right here. I want to get, when I move the machines over, I want to actually set up all of our, all of our different integrated circuits right there next to the machines, that they use and everything. That would be really, really nice. But I'm still learning. Still learning Tech, so it does take a little bit to get used to everything. It's a little bit different than IC2. Really, really similar, but a little bit different at the same time. Okay. Oops. There we go. So that's got us that, and now, okay, we have finished the covers quest. So we'll go ahead and grab our material bag from that, and we got 15 nickel. Not the best one that we've gotten, but that's okay. And compressor. Okay, they want us to get fluid canner. Okay, I'll work on this stuff. It's a lot of like liquids and in that case oxygen or air. I'll work on this stuff off camera, the brewing and everything, and try to get that stuff together for next episode. Also, next episode I will have the machines moved over, and we will be working on the electric blast furnace. So I apologize once again that we kind of changed it up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it though, and if you did, as always, please comment, like, subscribe. Also, definitely let me know in the comments what you think, and what you think I should do about the cellar. If you think I should put in the elevator block, or open up that little side area, or what you think. So but anyway, until next episode, do take care, and I hope to see you then.